Thank you, Keene. Before I go further, let me introduce to you someone who will make a great First Lady, my wife, Joan Chambers. My son, Levy. My son, Dave. My daughter, Karina. My son, Cole. And my granddaughter, did I say son? My grandson. And my granddaughter, Tessie. And they have all come from across the ocean in Vermont. And let me also thank all of this is, as I understand it, the largest turnout in New Hampshire in this election cycle. 2,000 people. Thank you. Let me thank Davis Bernstein. Let me thank Sunflower Bean. Let me thank Twiddle. Let me thank Professor Phil Barker. Let me thank Mohammed Zinni. And let me thank Tim Robbins. You all know Tim is a great actor, but what he has done is used his influence, his name recognition to stand up and fight for justice, to stand up and fight for our environment. Tim, thank you so much for what you're doing. Let me thank Terry Clark. Let me thank the Lieutenant Governor of the state of Vermont, Dave Zuckerman. And let me thank Senator Nina Turner. Senator Turner has for years been doing some of the most important work that anybody in a democracy can do. She's been all over this country getting working people and young people involved in the political process to stand up for justice. Senator Turner, thank you for what you're doing. This campaign is about two fundamental principles. First of all, it is absolutely imperative that we defeat the most dangerous president in the modern history of this country. We may disagree on this issue or that issue. That's called democracy. But I think all Americans, regardless of whether or not they are conservative, moderate, progressive, independent, Republican, Democrat, understand that America is not about having a president who is a pathological liar, who is corrupt, who is a racist, a sexist, a homophobe, a xenophobe, and a religious bigot. That is not the kind of person who should be in the White House, and we will make sure that he will not continue to be in the White House. Now, our campaign is off to a great start. As some of you may know, we won the popular vote in the Iowa caucus by 6,000 votes. And while the turnout there was not as high as I would have liked, what was extraordinary is that young people under 30 saw an increase in their percentage of votes by 33%. And if we continue that in New Hampshire and all across this country of young people who are today, in my view, the most progressive generation in the history of this country. If they get involved in the political process, if they come out to vote in large numbers, there is no stopping our movement. And I want to thank the people of New Hampshire for helping to transform politics and government policy in this country. And I'll tell you how that happened. 4 years ago, when I was running and I came here to New Hampshire, we had a list of proposals and an agenda that spoke to the needs of the working families of this state and the country. And we brought forth that agenda, and the corporate establishment said, too radical. And the political establishment said, too radical. And the media establishment said, too radical. But you know what the people of New Hampshire said? They said it was a pretty good set of proposals. So what happened here in New Hampshire with our victory here 4 years ago, it suddenly made people all over the country reassess what is possible and what the American people want. And after we won here in New Hampshire, we won 21 more states, won 13 million votes, and we transformed not only the political dialogue in America, but in state after state. For example, the minimum wage has been raised to $15 an hour. So I want to thank New Hampshire. You have shown the country and the world that this is a state that stands for justice, that stands for economic justice, social justice, racial justice, and environmental justice. New Hampshire, thank you.